So I have here an Android tablet. It's called the Nexus 7. And it's a 7-inch tablet. It's actually really lightweight. For those of you who are familiar with the iPad, it's about half the size of the iPad. And it really does actually fit in my back pocket. It's a little bulky, but it fits, you know. And it's really comfortable to carry and to hold in one hand while you're doing something, you know, while you're doing stuff on the screen with the other hand. So it's a very comfortable device. And I'm just going to give you kind of a little idea of how she talks.
Play Store. Play music. More options. Shop for music. List showing 2 items. Home screen 3.
Okay, so the way that the home screen on Android is set up, you may have heard it said home screen 3 right there. So the home screen actually has 5 pages, and where you start, or where the device starts to install icons, is on page 3. Why, you may ask? Well, page 3 is the center of the home screen, right? If you think about it, 1 and 2 to the left, 4 and 5 to the right. So how it works is it starts with page 3, then once page 3 fills up, it moves to page 4.
Home screen 4.
Right? And then once screen 4 fills up, it moves to page 2.
Home screen 2.
Right? And then goes to 5 and then goes to 1. So it's kind of jumping back and forth and back and forth. So that way you're always kind of balanced in the middle, for lack of a better way of looking at it.
Home screen 3.
But I actually like to bring up and much like Connie, much like you did, I'd like to bring up the apps folder, which lists all my apps in alphabetical order, and it's kind of easier for me to deal with them that way, because, and then of course you can drag and drop them and place them wherever you want, but that seems to be a little more complicated than I like in my devices. But let's look at what we have on here.
Recent apps. Play movies and TV apps. Apps. Clock. Chrome. Count. Bubble Wrap. Audible.
Okay. So for those of you who know me, I love to read. So I'm always reading a book somewhere, someplace, and now that I have like 35 different devices, I'm trying to read a book on each one of them. Even my textbook is on a device right now because I'm in school. So I like Audible because I get to download all my books.
Click. Now playing button.
Right, and I can move to the play button.
Chapter, bookmark, 1. A Discovered by Deb, narrated. A Discovery of Witches Unabridged.
Okay, the book is called The Discovery of Witches.
Narrated by Jennifer Akeda. Enable players, jump back play button. Click.
Voice tinged with a touch of mischief. The front of his argyle sweater was streaked with the rusty traces of old leather bindings.
Click.
Very exciting book. The cool thing about this is when I first logged into this book, or when I first downloaded the book and started playing it accessed my Audible account and it said, "Hey Gus, we noticed that you were reading this on your iPhone and you stopped at 7 hours and 45 minutes. Would you like to move to that part of the book?" Ooh. So it syncs your devices. Like these apps sync across, like I knew that Apple products synced or meshed with Apple products, and I knew Android products meshed with Android products, but I never knew that the two kind of spoke to each other. So it knew that I had it on my iPhone, which is a little scary, I have to say. As impressive as it is, it's also a little bit scary, right? But it knew that I was listening to it on my iPhone, and it said, "Look, do you want to move to this part, or do you want to start reading this from the beginning again?" So I was really impressed with that. You can navigate with this app. You can move chapter by chapter. You can set bookmarks so that you can come back to a certain part that you were interested in or that you liked. So it creates a lot of navigatability. And as you can hear, like the movements are relatively easy, yeah? Right? I'm just flicking my finger across the screen.
Jump back, enable, narrated by enable, jump back, play button.
I'm double tapping on the play button.
Leather bindings, and he brushed
Double
at
tap
his
again to pause.
Click.
Right? So it works really nicely. And then if I want to go back to my previous page, I can do a hand gesture that looks like a right angle going down and to the left.
Jump back button.
Come on.
Alert, please wait, loading your live. A discovery of witches
Oh,
unabridged.
okay, so that went to the previous
Now
screen
play
of
button.
Audible. And if I want to get out of Audible, I can do the home hand gesture, which is up and to the left. Okay.
Bookmark button. Home.
There we
Home
go.
screen 3. Showing item 3 of 5.
Now, you may have noticed that I had to do some of these hand gestures multiple times, yeah?
Yes.
This is where Android and Apple differ. With Apple, bless you if you sneezed. Coughed, bless you again. So with Apple, the screen is so sensitive that any touch activates something, right? So if you're doing the correct hand gesture, it picks it up the first time like that. With Android, and I'm not sure 100% if it's the hardware or the software. And here's where Apple has it over Android is Apple has a certain level of quality control because they're the only ones manufacturing their device. There's only one device that they're manufacturing. So it's not like their stuff is getting diluted over 30 or 40 different products, yeah? But with Android, because each company makes the software work the way they want to make it work, it makes for the possibility or the potential of things not working the way they're supposed to work. So while these hand gestures that I'm demonstrating do work, sometimes it takes doing them multiple times to actually activate the control, right? So but ultimately it works. So I'm gonna go back.
Click recent apps. Apps.
I'm gonna go back to my apps.
Calendar. Chrome.
I'm going to go to Chrome. Chrome is a web browser. For those of you who are familiar with it, it's a web browser that was created by the company Google, right? And Google actually is the company that produces or that created Android. They own Android and they lease it out or they give the rights to different manufacturers to use the Android operating system on their devices. So I'm going to go into Chrome, which is a web browser.
Chrome. Image. Heading 1.
Now, Chrome, when I first got this device, which was about 5 months ago, or sometime over the summer, Chrome was not accessible with that version of Jelly Bean. Or at least, if I remember correctly, it wasn't. So when I recently updated to the latest version of Jelly Bean, which is Jelly Bean 4.2, try to remember all these numbers, it started working. So now I'm able to browse the web with this device as well.
Click. Edit box. Search or type URL. New tab. Bookmarks. Mobile book. Lighthouse. American Founding. Computer Center for Visually
Okay, so you
Impaired
can
People.
see I have-
CCVIP Baruch College.
I have bookmarks in here, so I can double tap. Like right now, I'm on the CCVIP bookmark or favorite for those of you who are used to using a PC. And I'm going to double tap it, and it should
Computer
load.
Center for
There it
Visually
is.
Impaired People. CCVIP Baruch College.
Okay. Now I can just run my finger down the screen, and it'll read the different elements.
H edit box www Baruch CUNY edu slash cakefix slash follow CCVIP on. The Computer Center for Visually Impaired People CCVIP has been in the business of assistive technology training, research and service since 1978. See what we have to offer you, the people, whether your visual impairment is getting CCVIP Demo
Do you hear
Center
those sounds?
Workshop.
Yes.
Visit. Home.
Those sounds means, oh my. Those sounds mean, or that sound means that I'm moving to a new element on the page. So it's giving me audio feedback that I'm moving to a different link or a different heading or different type of, a different piece of text, right? So it really creates a little bit of, it gives me some additional information other than what the screen reader is actually just reading to me, which is kind of nice. And then there's ways to be able to move through the document or through a website by If I can get
Read
it.
by paragraph.
Read by paragraph.
Read by word.
Read by word.
Read by character.
Read by character.
Default reading level.
And default reading level, right? And those are, what I was doing right now was doing a hand gesture that changes what a single swipe does. So if I swipe to the right and it's set to read by character, it'll read character by character by character. I don't want to read an entire web page that way, but let's say I encounter a word that I don't understand, right? Or that I don't understand how the screen reader is reading it, I can set it to read by word, by character, and then it'll spell it out to me. So let me just kind of...
Introduction to CCVIP.
Okay.
Times. Read by paragraph. Reservations.
Wait.
NY times. Introduction.
Oops.
And read by word.
Come on. This is another one of those instances where you have to do multiple...
Reservations. Read by character.
There it is. So I'm going to try to read the word reservation.
R-E-S-E-R-B-A-C.
Right, and then it moved, unfortunately. But that gives me a little bit more control on how I move through a web page. Right, I can also enter the address of a web page.
Close tab button. 4 new messages. Image wipe. Edit box. www. Click.
Okay, somebody give me an address. Or give me a website that they like. Anybody?
YouTube.
YouTube?
Edit box. www. Y P O U T U B N B E space M comma period B C O L comma M go. YouTube.
And here we are.
Ordered list with 12 items. 4 6 T H E.
Oh,
Ordered list with 12 items.
wait, I still have it set to move by character, so we want to move it back to default. And that might take a second. Hold on.
Default reading
There
level.
we go.
358. President Obama makes a statement on the shooting in Newtown, Connecticut,
Oof. Yeah, we don't want to watch that.
by White House. From most popular.
Okay, so you kind of get the idea, like it loads the pages pretty quickly, yeah? And just a matter of typing. So when I typed on the address bar, what happened is at the lower third of the screen, a QWERTY keyboard appeared and it allowed me to type. So another inconsistency is it tells me double tap on each letter, find the letter, and then double tap to add it to the edit field. And for those of you who were able to see, I didn't have to double tap, I just found the letter and lifted my finger. So then sometimes you do actually have to double tap, so it's a little frustrating to have to deal with the inconsistencies with that. But once you get the hang of it, like you listen for cues, you listen for the way it's working, and it actually does start to make some kind of sense. Or at least it starts to become more usable. I'm going to go back to my home page by going up and to the left.
Secret station.
No,
Link.
no.
Home.
There we
Home
go.
screen 3. Showing item 3 of 5.
It can get a little frustrating to do that, but again,
Home.
we bought this device for $199, right? The cheapest iPad right now is $329. So with $199 that I bought this device, we also got a $25 credit on the Google App Store so that I can get $25 worth of apps and stuff. So it kind of all balances out to about $175 when all is said and done, yeah?
What's the size of the screen?
It's a 7-inch screen.
Play My Library.
Okay.
Home screen 3. Double tap apps. Double tap to select
Oh,
apps. Current. Downloads. Colossal Cave Adventure. Blog. Downloads.
One thing I
Email.
have uncovered, unfortunately the calendar, while it is accessible, took me yesterday to put today's event into my calendar so that I can create like a little reminder to show you guys. It took me 25 minutes to do. That's not convenient, right? There are other calendar apps that are available for purchase or for free download from the App Store, and there's websites that as you walk out today, you'll each receive a CD. There's websites on there that there's information on the CD that will point you to websites where you can learn about accessible Android apps, so that you can investigate this, at your leisure. But so while there are other opportunities for using this device and for having different types of apps on the device, I wanted to kind of take an opportunity to look at what was already on here, the native apps, and then look at a couple of things like Audible and Pandora, which I'll do in a minute as well.
Gmail, Google, Google Plus, Hulu Plus, Local, Hulu Plus.
Anybody like television? I love television. So with and we all know how accessible cable systems are, right? So Hulu Plus is a nice is a streaming service that I pay $8 a month for. And for $8 a month, I can watch any shows that they have on there or any movies and things like that. So my latest thing has been watching some television programming. After it's on regular television, then I miss it because I don't usually get home until late. I can come here and watch it, and I can pick whichever show I want and watch it on my device without...
Hulu Plus, list showing 5 items. Season 1, Episode 9, Josh and Mindy's Christmas Party, Season 1, Episode 8, 2 to 1, Season 1, Season 1.
Okay.
Episode 1, Pilot, Episode 2, Hiring and Firing, Episode, Navigate Home.
So this is a show that I love called
Latest episode.
The Mindy Project.
Season 1, Alert the Mindy Project 2 to 1, Share air date, The Mindy Project 2 to 1, Share button, air date, December 3rd, 2012.
Okay.
Network, Fox, rated. TV, Mindy, add to queue button, play video button. Hulu, loading video info.
That's fast. That's fast.
The following program is brought to you with limited commercial interruption by Cirque du Soleil, Worlds Away.
And the show starts. So the commercials are just as short as they are in Pandora. Oh no, actually here's the commercial now. But you kind of get an idea, right? It works really nicely. There's some snags every once in a while with labels and things like that, but once you get used to it, you get to, you create your own workarounds with things like that. And then I'm gonna go back. Okay, let's do that. There we go.
Hulu Plus, list showing 5 items.
Okay, so I went back to the previous screen by pressing the back button or doing the back gesture,
Home,
and I'm gonna go home.
home,
If it lets me,
home,
there
home
we go.
screen 3, home, apps, Hulu Plus, Freak Rate, Google Plus,
What was the name of that app that I
Hulu,
like?
local, maps, Colossal Cave and
No.
currents, downloads, Earth, email, Hulu Plus, Hulu local, Hulu local,
Huh?
It's next to
Clock.
email.
Colossal Gallery, Gmail, email,
There it is.
ethereal dial bit.
This is something that I downloaded just because it's kind of fun, even though it's kind of stupid, but it's still kind of fun. It's called Ethereal Dial Pad, and what it does is it kind of creates music and a light show as I move my finger across the screen. So it's kind of a fun thing. It kind of relaxes me at the end of a long day, and I've been doing this for the past couple of days, so I really like it. And I thought I would show it to you guys.
Ethereal dial bit, showing items, moon blink spread, swarm, a curious cloud of energetic particles, navigate home.
So for those of you who are able to see that, I'm sliding my fingers across or around the screen, And on the screen, there's lights that are actually trailing my fingers, but the music is being made by my movements. So if I move faster, it'll sound like a sci-fi horror movie. I'll do that now. Right? Can't you just say that like in a Twilight Zone episode? Right? But I really like this because it's kind of fun and it's silly, definitely, but it kind of it's like a stress reliever. You know, like they used to have those stress balls. This is a stress reliever that I like using.
Home.
Right. Finally, I'm just going to show you Pandora, and then I'll move on to the phone, and I'll show you some cool things that I was able to find for the phone as well.
Home. Double tap to select home screen 3. Apps. Apps. Hulu Plus. Apps. Wallet. Voice search. Stream. Talk. Setting. Play Store. Shop. Widgets. Apps. Writer. App Local. Maps. Messenger. Google. Hue. Local. Navigation. Notes like. Pandora. Click. Pandora button. Disabled. Album art image dump. Album art image babe weird dump. Album art image miles date. Album art image music mattered. Album art image hyper ballad. Album art image global chill radio net. Click. Pandora button.
So I just chose one of my radio stations
Music
on
volume set
Pandora.
to 85%.
Thank you. Which tells me a lot of stuff.
Image. Link. Image. com/ad slack. Close button. Click. Image. Link.
So I have to close the ad.
Upgrade to Pandora 1 for ad-free. Skip button. Pause button. Click. Image. Link.
Boo.
Image. com/ad. Close button. Click. Image. Link. Skip recent apps. Pause button. Click. Image. Link.
I hate you.
Image. Thumb down button.
It was working before y'all came in.
Image. Thumb down button. Thumb up button. Image. Lit.
Let me just find it real quick.
Skip button. Croatia the oak. Skip button. Pause button. Click.
Okay. So if I wanted to, I could skip,
Skip button.
go to the next
Click.
track.
Pandora.
Well, here's $1 million gift.
I bet it was George.
Happy holidays.
George could give me $1 million gift.
Give holiday scratch-off games from the New York Platter.
Alert loading. Image. Close button. Close button. Skip button. Pause button. Click.
And then I paused it, and I'm gonna get out
Volume
of it.
controls
And
button.
I'm gonna get out of
Home.
it. There we
Home
go.
screen 3.
It gets to work a little better over time. You start to kind of feel more comfortable with it. You know what I mean? Like, as with any technology, there's always gonna be, especially with technology that's still kind of in its somewhat developmental stages, there's gonna be a learning curve. It's not gonna work as, it's not gonna be a perfect fit all the time.